normally stories that come with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
What's good people? It is your boy Jay Walker the third. I'm along with my partner, my brother, my co-host, Carolina Dirt 803. What's good with your player?
Hey, it's the Hummmpday Happy Hour tap in, and indeed we are closer to the weekend. Indeed, we are closer to the weekend.
Living for the weekend as we always do. So we're gonna have a couple of drinks, man. This is kind of like our happy hour, man. Y'all doing this if you will. If you want to drink water, if you want to drink milk, if you want to drink, so whatever's in your cup is in your goddamn cup.
Well, this was
That's what
my
we talking.
I know we don't be branding all the time, but this larceny is some good bourbon. Y'all know I'm a bourbon and whiskey connoisseur, so this larceny is some good shit.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna kill off a little bit of this Irish whiskey. This is some Dunville 1808. If you fuck with Jameson, this is a little bit smoother and it don't hit you as hard. You know what I'm talking about? But outside of that, man, we got a fabulous show with a brand new guest. You haven't seen her on our show, but she is here with us today. We're gonna give you a little rundown because she into a little bit of everything, man. She's the owner of a successful cigar apparel line, VP of sales with Loyal to Ash Cigar Subscription, the secretary of G2G, Good Time Gang International Cigar Club for Atlanta, single mother of 8, assistant basketball coach. Tatted Smoke became a dream of hers in 2021 and 2022. She's a finalist in Ink magazine, man. She is all things wonderful in our community, man. A lovely black queen. Welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody. I saw
Hey,
y'all bottles. I got my bottle. I got my Basil Hayden here. I got my Basil Hayden.
Are we good? Are we good?
We're good.
Yeah, we good.
All right, man. I'm having some visual issues. So what's good with you? How are you this evening?
I am wonderful. How are you guys today?
Blessed.
Amen. Amen.
Absolutely. So are we gonna bring our guest in?
Oh, he behind. He way behind.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
No, my brother way behind. He might need to go out.
Yeah, go ahead and take over. I'll be back.
All right, so this is the thing we got. We got this thing called First Call. So First Call is pretty dope. I don't know if you ever watched Drink Champs. They got their version. We got our version. So First Call is basically, you at the bar. First call, let me get my first drink. So it's 10 questions. I do 5. My brother do 5. We'll see what happens when he get back in here. But I'm gonna try to run through them. So my first 5. There's no right or wrong. It's just,
God.
We just see where you at. So my first question, and I heard them talking about this on the news. Would you rather do away with taxes, your taxes at the end of the year, beginning of the year, or would you rather have higher sales tax? So no taxes or higher sales tax?
No taxes.
That's why I thought we threw the tea in the harbor for a cup.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's your choice, but that's a dope one. You said it. You said it about you tell us about Atlanta, right? So, and you said Chicago's fast compared to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, what's the best thing about Atlanta?
The weather.
Oh, okay.
The weather.
You probably the first person I ever heard say the weather when it comes to Atlanta. You know, everybody talk about the network and everything else, but you say the weather. So that's pretty dope.
I mean, think about it. Chicago, I can network with everybody. I mean, I know people don't like R. Kelly right now, but we got R. Kelly, we got Twister, we got everybody. I mean, we right there. There's a lot of people you can network every day, so I'm kind of used to that.
All right. What's your favorite smelling cigar?
I love the smell of the Punisher. If you smell the foot of it, it's spice, and it just smells so good to your nose. I'm not infused. I'm not a fruity type of cigar type of chick. I'm a full body. So the Punisher, as soon as you put it up to your nose, you can smell all those spices. It's just like, ooh, this gonna be good.
Okay. When last time you fell?
Last time I fell. God damn.
I gotta throw you off now. I gotta throw you off.
Last time I fell. I would probably say it was during the pandemic. We're trying to do that stupid TikTok stuff with my kids. And I was trying to run down the hallway and slid down 8 of my stairs. Like,
we too aged for that now. We can't be sliding down those stairs.
Man, it was scary. I just screamed the whole time.
All right. And my last one of my favorites. What's the hardest word for you to pronounce?
Oh, that damn shootery board. Shootery shit board. The damn
charcuterie.
There you go. The cheese and the grapes and the crackers on the charcuterie board that we normally use to cut meat on. Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
I know that's right.
I call it a cutting board. I ain't even gonna try to say that one. I'm just gonna call it cutting board.
And look, here he come. Shootery. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I gotta put a disclaimer now. He say all the big words. I say all the small stuff and the wisecracks. He got all the big words.
Oh Lord.
I got punished a lot, and I read a lot of books. You know what I'm saying? Because I was of the world at a young age. So because I thought I was an adult before I was an adult, my mom's was big on education. You know what I'm saying? He just got to sit back and watch me get thrown out the frame. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Okay. So that was my first call. Now it's my brother's turn.
All right. I'm gonna try to get through this pretty quickly, man. Favorite pair of shoes all time?
Jordans. The originals.
Okay. Do you drive now?
Yeah.
Well, he's in there. Keep going out. So he was gonna probably ask you what car got you in the most trouble?
I promise y'all get my shit together because my connection ain't good. But this is a black production, and this is what we do. We make shit happen on the fly. Right. In Chicago, a lot of people, y'all big on public transportation. Do you drive now?
Yes.
Have you had a lot of cars in your life?
Yes.
What car did you own that got you in the most trouble?
It was a short body caddy, champagne color. Back seat wasn't a back seat; it was nothing but speakers, and the trunk was all speakers as well.
Sound like an Eldorado.
Tearing up the block.
It's either Eldorado or the coupe or the sedan DeVille.
Oh, she was pimping. She was beating down the block pimping.
Oh,
what were you playing back then?
You heard me coming.
Ooh, remember that old song back then?
Mahogany, Eric B. and Rakim. That beat was unbelievable. Unbelievable. You hear me?
I fuck with you the long way, man. That's all right.
Hey, she looked like she probably jump out the car and beat somebody's ass on the corner if she bumping that.
She said that was another life. Don't put her out there.
She's running up on people.
All right. It's Saturday night going into Sunday morning. We talked about it a little bit. Outside of White Castle, what are your late night cravings? What would be a good late night craving for you?
Living in Atlanta.
No, back home in Chicago.
Back home?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to run down to Uncle Remus right off of Madison Street. Get me some wings with mild sauce with the Wonder Bread. So when you put your fingers in it, it just like it's goo. You know, all the French fries, and right next door is the liquor store. You know, back then that's when we used to drink that champagne. You know, we thought we was doing something.
Indeed. That's the one thing about the South. You know what I'm saying? Like everything does shut down here so super early, and all you really got is the Waffle House, the occasional Denny's, like you said, Crystals. Said favorite pair of shoes all time. What is? Because I hate the haters. The music and the man are two different things. What is your favorite R. Kelly song?
12 play.
12 play is big, man. 12 play is big.
That's my favorite.
I've had a lot of good times to 12 play.
I think a bunch of us had a good times on 12 play.
I mean, if you didn't, you are clearly
12.
You clearly can't do shit because he do all the work for you.
That's right.
He do all the work for you. You a weirdo if you can't make it happen listening to that album by the time it get to that song.
Yeah, you ain't getting none because obviously you ain't the man.
Right.
Or the man.
R. Kelly and Prince like
just listen to what he's saying.
That's it. R. Kelly and Prince will lead you to it. And if you can't find it, you blind.
Amen. As Sammy Davis, not Sammy. Yeah, you blind as hell if you can't make it through.
Ray Charles.
That's what I was meaning. I've been drinking. I'm sorry.
I've been drinking.
Give me your wrist. Let me feel your wrist. My last question, dead or alive?
His internet sucks. Dead or alive? I already know the question I ask. Dead or alive? Name me two people you would like to sit down and talk with.
Hey, I'm back, y'all. Dead or alive? Don't
worry, I already asked her.
Okay. Who was it? Tupac and who?
Tupac? Oh God, I would love to sit down and talk to him. I would love to sit down and talk to Elijah Muhammad as well.
That's
very good. That's right.
Matter of fact, Tupac first. I think Tupac first too. You the first person to say Tupac. Also, nobody said Tupac.
Really?
Many times he's asked that question. Nobody said Tupac.
He was intelligent. He was so intelligent, and people just sleep on that, you know.
But you know what's crazy about the Tupac shit? He is like it's like everybody got a story. You would think Tupac lived in all 50 states. Like when you listen to these rappers and these famous people talk about that during that time, they be like, "Yeah, you remember Tupac lived in Atlanta? Remember Tupac was in Florida, living in Florida? You remember Tupac was like?" You'd be like, "God, no, Tupac was everywhere." Everybody know Tupac. God, no.
He had that energy about him though that made you feel like. I say all the women want to sleep with him and all the men want to be him. He had that type of energy.
That's right.
And that's the thing. Like every dude that I heard talk about Pac was like, they were talking like that was like his best friend. Like I was listening to JT Money the other day. He was talking about Pac. I'm like, God, no, I don't remember them two running together. But JT Money was talking, man, Pac was that dude, man. Pac, you know, it's just like, wow, everybody kicked with Pac.
Yeah.
Just to have that kind of energy. Well, just real quick, man, before we get into it, man, and we of course gonna let you talk about your businesses and your organizations, but I just wanted to say rest in peace to Brandon Smiley, man. Prayers go out to Ricky Smiley and his family.
Yes,
that kind of caught me off guard. I mean, it always does the way we lose people around here.
Did they say how he passed by chance?
It was a car accident.
Oh goodness!
I was trying to figure that out because it said he had some issues with alcohol early, but Ricky got them together after that. So by them not saying anything, that was the first thing that came to my mind. But we
Right.
found out it was a really bad car accident.
Wow.
He was sober though, right?
Yeah, it was the middle of the day. As a matter of fact, it said he had just done a live on Instagram, and it happened right after that.
Mm.
Yeah, man. So be careful out there, especially around there where you at, man, because 285, 85, that is a NASCAR track around there.
I'm off of 22, and they be flying down 20.
For sure.
That's why I got rid of my Challenger. I was like, you know what? I'll be driving like chilling, listening to my music, and then a Challenger come up to me. I'm like, deuces, I'm not going to jail.
Just let him go, huh?
Man, I'm like, whatever. I'm not even playing. Then my daughter bought a Hemi. She got a Charger, and I'm like, God Lord. So yeah, I'm done with those fast cars. I'm good.
Hey, so let me ask you this. Also, what was the biggest culture shock moving from Chicago to Atlanta for you?
I would say just seeing my people doing so good. You know, coming from Chicago, living in the hood or whatever, you know who has money and you know what they're doing to get that money. But 10 times out of 10, even though they're doing good, they're not living good in, you know, the nice houses and stuff like that, driving the really nice cars. So when I first came here and I just saw so many Black people driving Porsches and Benzes, I'm like, what? And living in the big, beautiful homes, you know, it was just, you know, that's almost like the Huxtables to me, you know, like, oh, I done stepped into TV land. You know, this cannot be real. This cannot, because, you know, back home, you had to be a doctor, a ball player, a drug
rapper,
dealer.
entertainer.
Yeah. I mean, and if you weren't one of those, you were an average person living in a small house or more likely just an overpriced apartment. So that was the one thing that made me actually fall in love with Atlanta, which made me say, you know what? I'm moving here.
Okay.
And that's dope because you know the question of everybody outside of Chicago, I feel like the question is, with the way the economy is and the virus, all that, why not get out? If you get your taxes and it's 8 G's or 10 G's or even 3 G's, and you care about your family that much, why not roll the dice and just leave instead of rolling the dice and walk out your door every day?
That's true. Yep.
So what's the answer? What do you think since you live there, what do you think the problem is that people don't leave when they get a bag? When they get a small bag like that, why don't you think they leave?
Well, when you're in Chicago, you caught up in how you living. So I get that 8 G's. Man, I'm finna go to Madison Place and get me my Pelly jacket. Finna give me a fur. You know what I mean? I'm finna give me some Timbos. You know, it's just like whatever, so I can be flashy. We never, and I'm not gonna say everybody, but I'm just talking about us from the hood. We never think, hey, let me move. Because we always like, I want to make it and I want to bring it back to the community. Well, when you make it, you can't bring it back to the community because the community, unfortunately, has changed on you because you're not the same anymore. So that's the one thing that I see. A lot of people couldn't believe I came down here for a 2-week vacation, and when I found a job, moved back, packed up my stuff, and came back like in a week. And they were like, "What?" I said, "You have to want better for yourself. You know, I'm sick and tired of this cold weather. I get 3 months of good hot weather. After that, it's cold. I'm freezing. I'm thin. My bones are shattering and stuff. I can't do that." Now I'm running around trying to find me a big boy to keep me warm because I'm too small. You know what I mean? So I'm like, no. I'm taking my butt where it's nice and warm, you know. And the first year we was here, it was like 80 degrees on Christmas, and my kids were like crazy. They were like, "What is going on?" But they love it now. My kids, not even Chicago kids, they Georgia kids.
Yeah, you barbecued on Christmas Day because it's 80 degrees. People out on
Yes.
motorcycles and shorts and swimming pool and everything else.
Yes.
That's why I hate it here. I want the snow. We grew up in the snow. I want the snow. I always say I want my daughter to wake up to a white Christmas. I want because we lived this, so I want her to see what it was like. Just waking up to a white Christmas. Like that's that cartoon. Your kids grow up on the cartoons and the TV shows. I want her to experience that. But these 80-degree Christmases, it don't feel like Christmas. It feel like a Memorial Day. Like you out there, you could throw food on the grill. You got people out here on bikes and stuff, and it's Christmas Day.
Well, you know what? You can give your daughter that white Christmas here in Atlanta. The only thing you have to do is take her on the top of Stone Mountain on Christmas. They make you snow. And she can say, "Yay, Daddy," and then you can go back in your shirt.
That's why I say, like, I'm good with it. I'm good with it for the day. Like, that's the beautiful part about the South. Like, when we do get it, we know it's not gonna. Even though, like, the natives, and I want to say, like, we natives, but we not really natives. We kind of different. We kind of a hybrid. But like the natives, they be going through it because they gonna empty the grocery store. They think it's an extinction level event every time. And I know that it's Georgia, it's South Carolina. This shit is gonna last a day.
If that.
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's in the shade.
For sure, for sure. So I do also want to get your take, you know what I'm saying? It's hot right now. The unfortunate incident that happened with brother Tyree Nichols. It's always difficult, man. Like, we normally can blame it on a situation of not being understood because of people that are not like us. This one hurts me especially bad because it's us in a police uniform. So how did you first run across the story, and how are you feeling about the situation?
Well, first ran across the story actually on Instagram. I try to stay away from the news. My mother tells me enough about it just because it'll bring you down so much every day. And when I first saw it and heard about it, I knew it was more to it than what I'm like, no, it's not all these African-American police officers beating up on this boy. You could tell it was personal. It was something. And I kept saying, it better not be over no woman. And what is it? Over a woman.
Well,
over your ex.
They're trying to dispel that, though. They are trying to dispel
it's like,
that,
okay, though. That's your ex. They working together. I guess they talking or whatever. And you so jealous that you have now destroyed all these lives because, let me just say it, you was a weak man. You were weak as hell.
Damn.
Because no woman should make a man do that, just like no man should make a woman do that. Like, it's too much out here. You had a life before her, you will have a life after her. But when people get so involved with a person that they can't see life without them, and they're willing to jeopardize their lives and other people's lives, that's crazy. Like, it's sad.
It's tax season now. You gotta get that claim. You trying to get that claim on that baby or something. You need that money, that refund check. It could have been that. No. People do crazy stuff over that refund check.
Well, they said he took a picture while he was beating him and sent it to the girl. Yeah, so it's like, come on, bro. Like, don't worry. Mark my words. He gonna get his in jail.
Oh yeah. And some people say crazy stuff is like, why Buddy run? But my thing is, and we've had a therapist on here, and he spoke briefly about we got a mechanism called survival mode.
It's fight or flight.
It's fight or flight. So only he knows how he felt at that last minute before the ass whooping presented. Like when the last minute, like when they pulled him over, he felt the tension going. Only he knows that feeling. And if he knows that he's not gonna make it out, who doesn't run if you think that's your last option?
Or better yet, what if before he ran, he saw him?
Yeah.
He knew that was the ex-boyfriend, that was the cop. We don't know how many conversations they may have had, interactions. So he was like, oh, shit, I gotta go. And like you said, when we get in that mode, first thing we do is run. We're not gonna stay. we've seen too many people on the news that just stays and what happens to them. So you
And,
know,
and he was doing everything the cops said, and they were still treating him. So I would have ran. I would have.
yeah,
I mean, they tell me, they said they yelled out. I can't. Don't quote me on this. They yelled out like 70 commands at one in like 2 minutes, and all of them contradicted itself. Like they told him to put his hands up, but they're holding his hands down in one scene. Like it was just so much going on, and it's like, and we said this on past episodes, like the word empathy is not being practiced.
yeah,
Like if you got 5 of y'all, and then there was a white cop, and then there was the paramedics that ain't did shit, then there was other cops that stand around and shit. Nobody checked them. Like, so where's the empathy? Y'all just like, all right, they got it handled. But if you are to protect and serve or render aid, and you're looking at this dude that can't sit up,
right,
you follow suit with everybody else.
Yeah.
And they fired 2 of them.
My thing is always this: you are patrolling underserved communities where people don't have any options, resources, or money. Why are you chasing motherfuckers that you know gonna be at their mama house the next day?
Exactly.
Why don't you just, okay, he gone. Let's knock on the door at 5 o'clock in the morning with a warrant.
With a warrant.
He gonna be at mama house or Pookie in them house. Ray. He gonna be at one.
He don't have shit. So he's not gonna be, but these ain't rich people. These ain't people that can catch a private jet and go to Brazil.
You catch him at the corner store the next day.
It's the same thing with high-speed chases, man. Last year, I lost one of my classmates because of a high-speed chase. He is not involved. He just happened to be in the line of traffic, and it was a head-on collision that took his life.
Jesus.
But why are you chasing people that live exactly where you know they live? You done ran their plates. You know who they are. You know who their next to kin is. You know their insurance. Like, you can find these people.
Yeah. You can find them on Instagram. Half of them are on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Like, it's so easy. Go to Snapchat. You can find the location right there. It's so easy.
I like the fact that they try to dig, and as of yet, they couldn't find no dirt on him.
I love
it. He was a regular dude, man.
Yeah, like they can't say he smoked weed 15 years ago. You know, they'll try to throw anything in there to discredit his character, to give them something, and they cannot find it. If a man is taking pictures of the skyline, that's a different type of dude. You already know where, you already kind of know where he at in life. Like, he not down with the crazy shit. He's not gonna be out there taking pictures of the sunset. He's going back to his mama house, and he ran towards his mama house
and got close enough.
Yeah, and other thing that I didn't understand it. So it's 5 cops, right?
Right.
Buddy is 6'3", 6'4", $145.
Yeah.
A buck. This right here is a $145 on me.
Right.
This one on is a $145. You trying to tell me 5 dudes couldn't de-escalate with and without physical contact somebody 145 pounds at 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah. And then they say he was sick, like he had Crohn's disease or something.
Yeah, they said something like that. I don't know the totality of everything he had, but I've heard they mention that.
Yeah.
The one thing that comes out of this that you saw, we know what unfolded. We don't know every single last detail yet. And of course, we're gonna hear about that over the next year or so. Right. But they expedited the firing. No suspensions were paid. So why is it different than any other case?
Oh, they said it. They said 20 days. They say every case from now on, 20 days need to be handled. They said that.
It should be.
That's the thing that the community be upset about, man, is these people go out and they kill unarmed people, and we pay them and they get their job back, and you act like you got to go through all of this shit to to free somebody. But when
Yeah.
it came to those 5 black cops that happened to have that all in common, everything,
Snap,
Quick.
crackle,
you know what
pop.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they say the lady, the chief or whatever, they say she probably about to go down too. So we'll see if she step to the side first, or is she taking like a G and assume all responsibility. She did make the call,
Yeah.
but in a sense, it's like,
She was trying to protect herself. I think
yeah,
that's
that's
the
what
other
it is.
reason why
That's
it went
exactly
so
what you're
quickly.
trying to do.
Yeah.
Protect yourself. I'm with you.
And then they had another guy. He was talking about, it's all over Instagram reels and Facebook reels. Like, he's trying to blame it on a woman because she's a woman. She allowed this to happen. I don't believe that shit. I do not believe that shit. You know,
What?
evil is in you,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah, when
Yeah.
evil's in you, it's in you.
Yeah.
It
Period.
don't. Yeah, it don't take nobody. Now, it might take something to trigger it, but them boys had evil in them.
Yeah.
If you kick a motherfucker in his face, you got evil in you.
If you hold somebody so that they can get punched to kick their face,
You got evil in you.
You get tased. You tase them. They don't want to talk about the white hand.
Didn't they say they pepper sprayed them?
Pepper
they
spray them
pepper
too.
sprayed them multiple times.
And got
And they
mad because they got paper spray.
see. I have some best friends. I have 2. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing that for my best friend. That's my best friend, let alone somebody I work with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a shame. I mean, I hate that it happened. I pray for his family definitely, because this is gonna be a hard one.
It's hard. It's actually gonna probably be in some kind of history book now.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
that shit is lifelong. I feel for his family, his friends,
Yeah.
co-workers. They had a video of Rodney King's daughter watching it,
Ooh,
and she said it was just like her dad, if not worse.
all over again.
Well,
Yeah.
worse because he died, but
Yeah.
it's sick.
Shit, Rodney King could have died. He was one swing away from dying too.
Yeah, he could have died, but he
Yeah.
didn't die.
And not to disparage him, but he actually did something to get pulled over. They jumped out on this dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna stay there.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the story is gonna come up throughout these next few months, man. You, Chitown Peaches, got a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff.
I do.
You got a lot of stuff going
Chitown
on.
Peach the plug.
Tell us about Loyal to Ash. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, so Loyal to Ash is a cigar subscription that we actually offer. I keep it with me all the time. So it's basically we give you 4 to 5 premium cigars a month. We give you a write-up about the cigars. So then, when you smoke them, you can be educated when you're talking to somebody about them. It's too many times that I can say, hey, what you smoking? And you just know the name. And I say, well, okay, break it down for me. What is it that you like about it? What's the notes? And then some of the guys are looking at me like, I can't stand her.
I just wanted to smoke a cigar, bro.
Right. I was just coming out to smoke. So, but one of our main things is that we try to promote a lot of the boutique cigars. Women cigar owners as well as African American cigar owners. So we want to put them side by side to a lot of these real big names out and let you know, hey, you don't have to pay $30 for a great stick. There's a great stick for $12. But a lot of times when you go into cigar lounges, if you don't know the name, if not one of your friends told you about it, you're not going to actually grab it because you're like, I don't know what I'm getting with that. So we're out here trying to really educate and just get, like, if you had a cigar that you had out, my mission is to make sure I get it into as many hands in as many cigar lounges as possible because I want to see you succeed. So I have 2 brothers that work with me. Reggie, he does Puff Sip and Chat. He has a YouTube as well. And Steve, he's the money brains behind it. Every time I bring a cigar and I'm like, hey, let's do this. He's like, that costs too much money. He's the one that's
Shout
always
out
telling
Ricky and Steve.
no. So I mean, it's a great it's something great for people. I mean, you think about it, everybody loves to buy stuff online, right? So hey, you getting home from work, you done been in traffic for about 40, 50 minutes. You don't feel like running back out to get a cigar. So hey, how about I just ship it to you? You have them. Go sit on your deck, smoke you one, watch the game, relax, and then you're smoking something that you never had. So then when you get ready on that Friday night to go hang out with your boys, you can say, man, let me tell you about this cigar I had. Have y'all ever heard about it? That's how the conversation gets to going. We want everything to be a conversation. So that's me. I'm out 7 days a week. People wonder how I sleep. I don't know how, but my whole mission is to be out and educate. If this is something I'm going to be in, I want to make sure I'm educated on it and educate others, because you're only naive and dumb about something if you don't know about it. So I'm the one here to say, hey, let me tell you about it. And you can probably teach me something, like that larceny that you're drinking. Love it. Okay. Let me just say I love it. But yeah. But I can tell you, hey, you know what? That larceny, I like how it tastes. I can smoke this cigar. This cigar is gonna pair perfect with it. And then you're like, oh man, this is good. So I mean, that's what we're doing right now. We're just trying to educate, pump out these cigars, and get a lot of our boutique cigars out there and give them a chance, like some of the bigger names.
Yeah, no, that's dope. I learned that from an old white man. He had a liquor store, and we used to go in there and buy the same bottles every time. And but we formed a relationship with the guy. Like, he always knew us when we walked in. He was like, "Try this. This is late 2000s." Like mid 2000, like 2010, whatever. Remy 1738. Everything, all these rappers on. And he popped the top in the liquor store and let us try it. And we bought it on the spot.
Wow.
So when I came back the next day, I was like, the next week, and I was like, man, what else you got in here? I said, I want to get something. He was like, this is what you do. You always buy what you want and get something to try. So when he said that, that's how I haven't acquired a bourbon whiskey palate.
Yes.
Because he's taught me that. So I always buy something I know, and then it grows on me. It's like, and all of them are budget whiskey. So this guy has a YouTube channel where he did like the top 10 budget whiskey. I had like 7
See, that's good.
top 10 whiskeys. I'm just like, I know I got a good palate, but like from what you're saying, that's basically saying I agree with everything you just said about, you gotta find out what you like.
Yeah, definitely. You guys like Uncle Nearest? I know you love it, Uncle Nearest.
I had it a couple weeks ago.
Great one. And you know what? Another great one that's local here in Atlanta is Greenwood. If you guys have not had Greenwood, you have to get Greenwood.
Well, we real Southern boys. Like we the black version of the Duke boys. So we drink a lot more moonshine than anything else.
Ooh, I love me some moonshine now. Don't threaten me with a good time. I love me some moonshine.
Yeah, little creek water, little corn liquor.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. They done had me leaning on this show many times, like, shit, this shit over. What would you say your biggest marketing is for that? Like, what do you aim for? What's your demographic? What are you aiming for?
My aim is, I aim towards women. I do. Just because a lot of time we're seen as just a pretty face and unknowledgeable. And I want to make sure that we still have that pretty face, but we're knowledgeable. So when you sit down and talk to us, we can talk to you about it and break everything down, and then sometimes make you be like, damn, I wish I never asked her that question. And another thing, I go towards people that always say, oh, I love Cubans. Or I love this brand. And they're stuck. That's all they smoke, and I try to get them to understand, hey, there are so many great cigars out here.
Yeah.
But you have to open your mind and be welcome to it, you know. And I tell people all the time, I'll buy you a stick, and I guarantee you're gonna like it. If you don't like it, hey, you didn't lose no money. I lost my money.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that you're gonna like it. And we walk away, and guys are buying stuff they never bought before. Next thing you know, they're talking to other people about it. My job's done, you know.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna be looking me up on Instagram like, yo, Peaches, what you smoking today? Where you smoking at?
Yeah.
Come on down. Let's smoke together. So, you know, that's my whole thing.
So
like,
go ahead. Go ahead.
So I guess you want to bring the women along.
Mhm.
What is your first experience with cigars?
So almost 5 years now, I was diagnosed with being bipolar, right? So, you know, growing up in the city, you know, people you're just a bad kid. You just like to fight, all this stuff. And we do not go and see therapists. We do not talk to nobody.
I ain't mean to laugh, right? And you talk about violence, and you talk about using this El Dorado, bumping this music, and it all triggered.
It all just came back together, right?
All right, you good? Go on with the story. Continue.
So they gave me all this medicine to take, and you know, the medicine makes you drowsy, you're not yourself anymore, and it was real bad. And I was diagnosed with having ovarian cancer as well. So I'm taking that medicine and the medicine for my bipolar. So it's like, man, hair falling out, you know, I'm just not myself anymore. And my brother Ali, he's a big component on herbs. He's like, stop taking this medicine, let's find you some herbal stuff. So found a great therapist, and with her and my brother, they brought me actually on some great herbs that was just like the medicine that they was giving me, but it was from the earth. So, you know, it did me good for a while, but then here I go spazzing back out. And my brother said, smoke some cigars. I bet you it'll mellow you out in some bourbon. You'll be good. So I never, you know, you have mild, medium, and full body cigars. I've never smoked a mild cigar. My brother immediately put me on the medium plus cigar. This a real strong cigar. Gave me some bourbon, and I'm sitting there, and I was so high, like I couldn't move. Everything was just like, and I was like, oh my God, this feels so good. All that anger and all that stuff just went away, you know. And now, like, if you said something to me that make me angry, I'll just be like, okay.
Right.
So that's what actually introduced me to cigars, because I was like, this is actually helping me relax and be where I need to be. So now I'm 2 years of being off of my medicine, off of any medicine, period. I'm just smoking my cigars, and it helps me a whole lot. I'm not as angry as I used to be, you know, and it actually helped me after, you know, I had surgery. I beat cancer. So that's an amazing thing. Had surgery May 25th last year. And, you know, now I need this every day. You know, some people need coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I need this, you know, and I can sit down and I can just work and relax. And it just helps me as a person. And I think I see a lot of my guys that's in cigar lounges, it helps them too. You know, they have stressful jobs. A lot of them, hey, you know, I can't go home because my wife don't want me to smoke, and oh, she don't want to watch the football game, and oh, it's all this. So they come there, and it's like they're in a bubble. You know, they're just like, I can sit here, I can work, I can watch the game, socialize with some fellas, have a good drink, and then go home. And ain't no cheating going on, ain't none of that. It's just good old relaxation, you know. So
You're trying to tell his wife ain't no cheating going on.
you know what? The funny thing, I tell a lot of guys, I tell a lot of women, I said, because I've been a tomboy my whole life, I said, you have to be interested in what your man is interested in, just like you want him to be interested in, because there's a woman there, like myself, that loves sports, loves to smoke, love the drink. Now, I'm not saying that you have to smoke or you have to be drinking like that, but show interest in what he likes. And then you guys are going to grow closer. But the more that you keep pushing yourself away, there's a woman that's sitting there smoking just like me. Like, hey, what you drinking on? Let's drink. Let's smoke. Let's watch this game. Now we talking mess about the game. Now he's looking forward to seeing me every Sunday for football, you know? So, you know, I tell people all the time, you know, you have to get interested in what your partner is interested in. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Like my guy smokes cigars all the time. He drinks way more than I could ever drink. And the funny thing is, when he first got with me, he said, you know, I need a woman that's like me. But now he's like, damn it, I need a woman that don't smoke, because you smoke too much and you drinking all my good shit. And now I got that 2 and everything instead of 1. And I'm like, well, would you trade me? He's like, I wouldn't trade you for the world. So, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what's your football team real quick?
I'm Chicago Bears. I'm from Chicago. I know we ain't make it, you know, but I'm a diehard Chicago, just like diehard Chicago Bulls. You know, I mean, it's just what
I was going to ask you. Because you don't meet a lot of. I mean, we in South Carolina right now. This is Dawn Staley's home. I know she's a Philly girl, but is it LeBron or is it MJ?
MJ. LeBron's a crybaby. He cried too damn much. He could not play in the same seasons when Jordan played because he cried too much. Did you see that last game when he got fouled? Oh my God, he threw a fit like a little 2-year-old.
He did.
He hit me. Okay, you know what? You got hit. Let it go. Get your focus back together and let's beat them in overtime. But see, you were so busy crying, you got your butt whooped in overtime. Now you want to sit here and still complain while you're talking on the news. I don't want to hear that. Shut up.
Yeah, you rapping to that nigga just now.
So, did you move coming up?
Yes. I played ball my entire life. Played ball all the way up into high school, had a full ride to go to Michigan. But you know, back then, if you get pregnant back then, you couldn't go to school and have a baby. So it was like, yo, you're gonna have your baby or you're going to school, because you're gonna miss one of them. You know, and I decided to have my daughter. Best decision ever in my life. And went to JUCO and played ball after that, and then had my first son. And I was just like, that's not for me anymore. You know, it's time for me to be a mother, be there for my kids like I truly need to be. So then that's when I started going into like trying to coach some kids. And that was my passion.
That's my next thing. Like getting into the coaching thing. Like that is part of your love for basketball and part of your love for your kids and kind of helping them nurture the way up.
Yes. Because just like myself, you know, there's a lot of kids that I know that were great ball players, but they didn't get to make it to college to play ball. And since they couldn't go to play ball, they said, forget it. I'm not playing ball. I'm in these streets, you know, and that's how a lot of our kids get lost. So there was my son was playing basketball, and there was a coach. His name was Coach John. I was the one parent that was always there screaming, yelling, coaching from the sideline. And he was like, you know what? You need to coach with me. And we took the boys that was 18 to 22. I would like to say the lost boys that, you know, a lot of times the parents didn't come out and watch the games. That's another reason why they didn't make it, because they didn't have their parents behind them. And we did it volunteer. We didn't have no money, spent my own gas, driving the kids everywhere, feeding these big hungry boys. And, you know, we just tried to educate them and let them know, hey, you know, you can make it. We're going to start with a JUCO. We're going to get you guys out here playing. You're going to be seen. Don't get discouraged because you're not going D1 right now. Play, get that scholarship and go and play for 2 years. And then go to a Division I. And one of my biggest accomplishments, his name is Darius. His parents was there for him, but he gave up on himself. And every day I used to scream at him. I used to tell him, don't give up, you can do it. And like I would yell at him right in his face. I'm one of those, call me Bobby Knight. I was in your face screaming, spitting, cussing, all that good stuff. And these boys 6'4" and my little 5'3", but like, yeah. And when he made it,
something to take over there.
but they wouldn't do that. it was funny because the head coach, Coach John, he's like 6'4". He would yell at them and the boys look at him and be like, man, whatever. If I call your name and I look at you, they stopped. It was like, yes, mom. Yes, mom. I got you. I got you. And that's why I tried to tell him, I said, some boys need you. Some boys need a mother figure. But if we work together, we can get them where they need to go. And we have 4 boys go to college. And then after that, it's just a lot of, different coaches now wanted me to be the, hey, you coaching. They called me the tatted coach. They never knew my name. It was like, that's the woman with all the tattoos. Yeah. Come here. And I like being an assistant coach. I don't want to be a head. I know my place. And I started shining just a little bit too much. And me and him we bumped heads and we were still great friends, but we decided, let's just move apart. We can't do this no more. So I miss it. God, I miss it. But with all the stuff I'm doing right now, I wouldn't even have time to do it anyways. So
let me ask you this. I want to ask you your top 5 etiquettes to a cigar and the lifestyle, but I also want to know, how do you equate cigars to your love for basketball?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, we do that around here. We drink and we bullshit, but we ask good questions every once in a while. You gotta get that hamster running.
Right, gotta get going. It's scary to say, but like I could not be without basketball. That's why I watch it all the time now. I can't be without this cigar. It's a love that if you take it away from me, you know how they say like people that were married for so long, when one died, then the other one dies a little bit after them. Like if you took that away from me, I would honestly be lost.
Yeah, that's your safe zone. Those 2 are your safe zones.
Yeah, it is. And it allows me to be myself. I don't have to put on this facade in these different, arenas. I can just be myself, and people love you for being yourself. They're like, man, you too damn cool. Give me your number. Let's kick it. Let's go smoke. Let's go drink. Let's go watch basketball. And that's the wonderful thing. It's my safe haven. If you take it away from me, I don't know where I'd be. Y'all might see me on the news.
Yeah, bumping that El Dorado, beating people ass on the side of the street.
Man, now I get me a Nova. Ooh,
that ain't no better. You thugged out.
I'm about to say, you just said you gave up on the speed.
Yeah.
But the Novas, those suckers just look pretty. You get that sucker shined up good. You can do 20 down the street. Everybody looking at you like, whoa.
That's true too.
You're like, yeah.
She got 20, she's doing 20 down the street, but she got 2 magazines under the seat where they extend the clip.
Oh my God, no.
You saying no, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ready to go to war with somebody.
You got to protect yourself in these streets.
Yeah.
No.
Wish you. Now you give us the
old. That's the old me, the old.
Whatever. It's the Atlanta version. Hey, so what's your 5 etiquettes to the cigar lifestyle? Your top 5.
Make sure you always have all of your tools when you go.
We can't be boring.
Please have your cutter. Please have your lighter. Please. Oh my God, I hate when men be like, can I use your lighter? Where your lighter at, man? Like, damn. Like, you don't got a lighter. Use that box of matches.
Hey, your boys had to change.
Yeah. That is a big one. Another thing is when you go in there and look at cigars, please do not grab that cigar and do this. Please don't do that. Please don't ever do that.
I don't think I ever did that.
Other people have to buy those cigars, and I don't know what's going on with your nostril, So, I like to say don't even touch it unless you know that you're going to purchase it. You don't have to feel it. I mean, all cigars almost feel the same. I mean, come on. Another big thing, don't try to retro this cigar and you can't smoke it like that.
Say that one more time.
Retro the cigar, they want to smoke it like they smoke weed, possibly, And then next thing you know, they coughing everywhere, slobbing all out the mouth. Now they sick and stuff.
That's weed smokers.
Yes. What I want you to do is just relax. Don't worry about the people around you. Enjoy your stick. I need for you to sit down and really, really enjoy it. Men, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. Please stop buying these infused fruity cigars. Please, please stop. Please, please stop. It's one thing if you like that for the morning time for coffee at home. Completely understand. But like you gentlemen can walk in, nice looking, smelling good. Like your rate is up here, right?
Yeah.
And you like, yeah. And you go and grab that sweet cigar. You don't,
candy apple with cinnamon.
Man, I mean, and I like to tell people everybody's palates are different. I completely understand that, but talk to the person where you're at and let them get you into a really good mild cigar, like a Perdomo Champagne 10-year anniversary. Great cigar, mild, so you can, get into it. But if you like your infused, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying don't do it at the cigar club, please.
People are watching you, sir.
Yeah.
They are watching.
Everybody is watching you. And then they wonder sometimes, like they'll go up to a young lady and they'll be like, hey, she be like, hi. Like
right.
you drinking Hennessy and she drinking Blanton. Come on, bro. I mean, come on.
If you're drinking Hennessy, you already wrong on so many levels anyway.
Yeah,
but that happens. That happens. It does. It really does. But
unless you're drinking the upper echelons, if you're drinking the XOs, that's different. But if you're drinking that regular bottle that we've seen 100 bottles of, yeah. No.
So
it's to each his own. Everybody. I just want you to evolve yourself. If you come in and that was your first time, great. That's gonna be your last. Okay. Let me help you. Just like me and you guys can help me in so many areas that I can't help myself. I need to be open to allow you guys to help me. But if you just stuck, I just want to smoke this mint cigar. Why don't you just go and smoke a what's the thing you get at the store for $1.99?
White out.
Yeah, white out, black and
mild.
Black and mild.
Yeah,
so I'm just like, if you want to be in the culture, just don't do it because you think it's cool. Do it that you want to learn so you can evolve. And it's so easy to be accepted and involved and learn so much, but you got to not be stuck on one thing. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. I'm sorry.
Be honest about your expertise and the level of knowledge that you have.
What's three cigars that go good with bourbon?
Oh, okay. The Liga family. Liga provider, the T52, H99. I love the Placencias, the Hexagon, which is amazing with bourbon.
I don't want no placenta on my cigar, man.
I said Placencia.
That's the Spanish version.
Oh,
that's the Spanish version. It's the same thing.
I was like, my mind ain't that open because I ain't ready to be with the. I understand you of the earth, like and you know what I'm saying.
You know what? Another great cigar. I'm smoking it right now. Mega Legend. Young cat, young brother, love him to death. He is doing his thing. And he actually, like I said, he learned all about it. He went over there. He goes to Gambia all the time. He goes over there. He learns about it. He picks the leaves. He smokes it so he'll know what he's bringing you. And this sucker this Lancero, trust me, I'm high right now.
I like it.
Hey, you need to network with him to let us bring him on here. So I want to also ask you, how important is the paper is rolled in?
That's
or the leaf?
The leaf is very, very important. And then it all goes back to, exactly what you like. A Connecticut is a really good one, for something mild, but you can find some Connecticut's that's a little stronger. Like I love San Andreas, great rapper. It's it's just the best way that I can say is once you start smoking, you'll start learning about the different cigars and you'll start learning what wrappers and binders and fillers that you actually like. And then that actually helps you be able to navigate through all these cigars to see what you want to try. But it's important. It's really important. Yeah, really important.
Outside looking in, I've never seen an uncool cigar smoker. I just feel like when you got a cigar, like you just mentally in just like another state. Like as far as your swag.
I feel like you
Now,
know
granted, you've
something
been
that I don't
smoking,
know.
you can yeah. Like I
I do.
understand you
I
feel
do.
like you know the losers that smoke, but outside looking in, that's looking at that world, it's like, damn, all those smoke cigars, like they hold it like this, they hold it like everybody. You like, God damn. And then when you
Yeah.
looking at y'all pictures, like your events or like I said, her for Shanada events, it's like everybody clean cut. It just seemed like that's just a cool world. Like everybody is cool.
Well, you know what? One thing I can say that's great about the cigar world, there's a lot of different avenues. You know, there's a lot of places where you can go and you have to be all dressed to the nine. I like that
Yeah,
at times. I'm an
yeah,
everyday smoker. So I like to be around and go to places that if I'm just like in my hoodie today, I want to feel welcomed. I don't want to feel, like I don't belong because I don't have this fancy dress on and all this makeup and all that stuff. Cigar world is truly about fellowshipping with each other. You know, I almost say like going to church, God said, come as you are,
yeah.
so um, I like to tell people, you don't have to be dressed to the nine all the time. That's great at certain events. But honestly, for you to rub elbows with the right people, really meet the people that's has these cigars and the distributors that has the liquor and all that stuff, it's at the regular little spots.
Yeah.
The little spots where you come in your jeans and your gym shoes on and you sit there and kick back and you're having a good time eating some chicken wings. And here comes, a cigar owner in like, hey, here, try this. This is my cigar. Try it, try it. You don't find them that much at the places where you're all dolled up. Because now you're on display. Everything
Yeah.
is how do you hold your cigar? How are you posed and all this. So, I always like to say, have a little bit of both worlds. It's good at times, but I'm just an everyday girl, so I want to go where I'm gonna feel welcomed, regardless of how I'm dressed.
So how you
So,
hold a cigar? Is there a difference between male and female?
well, yes,
All right.
I should never
So
see a man holding a cigar like this.
what if he
This is
gay?
like this is like holding a cigarette.
What if he gay?
Even if he's gay,
I threw that out there. I just want to make sure it was straight. All right. How you
yeah,
hold it?
because I was always taught to either hold it like this, wrap it around here. A lot of guys smoke it like this, or take your fingers and hold it like this and smoke.
Yeah.
So everything is like this, but holding it like this and holding it with two fingers, like this ain't a blunt,
Yeah, that was what I said. That like you smoking a fat blunt right there.
Right. And trust me, people pay attention to how you hold. People pay attention to what lighter you have. It's funny. I had a guy pull out a regular big lighter to light a cigar, and everybody just stopped. And they was like, "Bro, put that down, huh?
They get a
Get
butane.
a torch. Get a torch,
Oh,
because it's gonna take longer,
yeah.
for you to do it with a regular big. But yeah, I mean, those are small things that if you go to a regular little lounge and sit down, you will see it on your own without even asking. And then you can ask questions like, why do you use that? Why do you use this? And then that's once again, all being educated and learning about your craft, what you're getting into.
So is it better to fake it until you make it, or come as you are? The reason why I say that because what if somebody doesn't know the etiquette? They don't have somebody like you expressing to us how to do it. but they
Right.
want to get into it. Should they fake it and then they get in there, or should they just be with artists, know that you don't know enough and walk in there with these high levels?
I would say just come in as you are, because the average person is gonna educate you anyways. That's just general conversation. If you sit down next to me and I see you pull out a Bic or what type of cigar, I'm always looking at the bands to see what you're smoking.
Or black them out.
I would easily say, hey, what you're smoking? Is this your first time smoking that? And you're like, oh yeah, like, well, how do you like to cut your cigar? And then see what type of cutter he has. And if I see he has that Bic, I'll be like, here, bro, use my torch. And then that way, when he lights it, he sees the difference in the flames. And then he'll ask, well, why are you using a torch? And then we'll start talking about that. Or I'll tell him, let's use a good match. Some matches are great to use as well. That way, that's a way of educating and you guys having a conversation without making somebody feel bad. Because you never want somebody to feel bad about what they're doing. Because when I first walked in, I didn't know what I was doing. If I didn't have my brother, I'd been lost like I don't know what. But
I'm coming in with my daughter's second grade scissors cutting.
No, you are not. No, you are not.
He be clowning, though. You gotta watch him.
You gotta watch him.
Like, I'll walk right over to you. Hey, baby. No. Let me get that. Let me
they're gonna start right here. They're gonna have the round edges.
The safety cigar scissors.
So you don't hurt yourself.
Right. We don't want you, because look at my cutting. You can hurt yourself on this.
Yeah, you cutting vegetables.
So before we go, I mean, like I said, we ran a little long, but it's been a super dope conversation with you.
We did over
I've definitely learned a lot. Tell us about Tatted Smoke.
Tatted Smoke. Became a dream, like I said, back in 2021. Actually, 2021. A guy I used to date. I used to always wear this one brand, always. And he's like, dude, you're always rocking this person's brand, making people talk to you about it. And they're making all this money. Why don't you get your own brand? I'm like, nah, whatever. No. And he just kept on and on and on. And then got with my guy that I moved to now. And he told me, he's like, look, stop making other people money. Make yourself money. And what are we missing in the culture? What do you want to see in the culture? And I took like months trying to think of it. And I'll draw up something and he'd be like, nah. And then I say, nah. And then it finally came to place. It's just like, I love tattoos. They're therapeutic for me. Okay. They don't hurt me, which is crazy. And I'm like, what's the best two things? Like, you can get a tattoo and you can smoke and you can drink, and it's, tatted smoke. I'm tatted up all over my body, and I love the smoke. It's like, it's real simple. So I wanted to get us out there. A lot of times when we're portrayed as cartoon characters, and we are not cartoons.
Please
so
believe that.
I wanted our face. And a lot of women. Women are, unfortunately, are like the highest, buying the most in the cigar industry, more than men. So I wanted to get our beautiful faces out there, so we can love each other. I want to get away from all the how society looks at women, with the BBLs and all that. No, natural. Look at me. This is what I'm doing. I want you to love my natural full lips. I want you to love my pimples that might be on my face. I want you to just love me. So, I didn't think a lot of men would want it. I was actually scared. I was like, ain't no man gonna wear me on that chest. No. And my guy said, hey, they wear Janet Jackson, don't they? I'm like, but that's Janet Jackson. He's like, don't worry, they'll do it. And I had my first event. Man, it went great. Like, I had so much support from men, and I loved it. I loved it, really. And they just push me every day. So my whole objective is just to get us out there and to honestly bring awareness to tattoos, because a lot of times we're told, you know, if you wear if you have tattoos and, you know, you're a gangbanger or a biker, or, you know, it's not sexy. No, we're sexy as hell with our tattoos. And we're sexy as hell smoking cigars as well. You know, you guys see that man on Instagram that said women that smoke is unattractive? I can't even remember that fool's name. He's supposed to be a psychiatrist, and he says women that smoke is unattractive. And
I
it's
don't
like,
know if
What
you
you
hit the
meant to
weed,
say was they unattractive to him. Now, granted,
but if you hit the weed and you coughing up a lung and some
that's one
mucus,
thing.
yeah, that's
Right.
one thing. That's one thing.
right.
Yeah, that's
We got to stop telling people what they are. You know what I'm saying? Let people be who they be. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I appreciate your energy and exactly what you're trying to do to, you know, give that love and light to other women and let them know that it's all right to, you know, smoke, to
yeah,
toke, or to, you know, have their income.
Yes.
partake in the essence of the smoke.
Yes. Ooh, don't that smell good?
Yeah, my sister-in-law actually has one in Charlotte called Smoke. She actually has a cigar. It just opened back in December, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, she has one in Charlotte called Smoke. She's
You guys are in South Carolina, right?
yeah, we're in South Carolina, but she's in North Carolina and Charlotte.
Do you guys ever go to cigar
Almost,
lounges?
I tried a couple. Hold on, I tried a couple.
There's a great one, Lux Cigar, that's in South Carolina. Is it Montauk? I know I'm saying it wrong.
Who?
Montauk. Yeah. Charleston.
Montauk. Okay.
Charleston. South
Montague?
Carolina.
And it's
No,
called Lex.
Oh, Montague.
it's called Lux Cigar Lounge.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Hollywood. Great guy. He's actually running for a position in government right now. So, yeah, he does a lot for the community. So you guys got to check him out. He's in South Carolina, right there with you guys. And I'll be down there in May 4th through the 7th.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and me and my brother, we're gonna try to do something to get to that. If you have any other cigar smokers just want to come on, and like you said, our shit is easy going. Like if they just want to come on and chop it up, just send them my link. We can do something. But my sister-in-law, hers is a Southern Smoke in Charlotte. Southern Smoke in Charlotte. Like I said, she just opened it up early December, late November, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So Southern Smoke.
I'm about to go check her out.
It. Yeah, she's getting into it. She likes it. Me and her had a conversation one time about bourbon and whiskey, and she's like, "Hey, bro-in-law, you know some things. Hey, when it comes to bourbon and whiskey, like I know the things. So once I get the cigar joint, I can be somebody that can say, all right, it go with this because I already know my liquor.
Mm-hmm.
I can be like, it go with this. But that thing that Chelsea was talking about, I've been peeping that for a while.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's where I got you from. Not got you, but I saw it posted, and then your name it popped out. It just Chitown. I was like, okay, and it popped out, and I hit them up, whoever's running it, and I hit you up at the same time. You responded first.
Okay.
But that was the reason why I found you because I saw that pop up, and Charleston's like 2 hours from us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we're in the middle of everything. Like we're an hour from Charlotte, hour from Augusta, hour from Greenville, 4 hours from Atlanta. Like we're like in the middle. 7 hours from Jacksonville. And we can move around.
Yeah.
But we definitely appreciate you coming on. We're about to go to our closing in a little bit, but hey, I just want to say I appreciate it that you coming on here.
Thank you for having me.
Vibing with us. With all the technical on that nigga side, but all the technical difficulties. Hey, we tell people like we brothers, we got the same mom and daddy. Like that shit blow people's mind. We got the same mom and dad.
Really?
Oh, well, you're one of them. That's surprising.
Brothers for real, huh? Okay.
Brothers for real.
As you can tell, you know,
brothers working together. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, don't get it twisted. You know, every other day this thing could not be, but we normally work it out. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck this, we ain't doing this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, we almost 180 episodes in, almost 2-year anniversary. I wouldn't do it with anybody else. That's what I say.
Amen.
I wouldn't do it anybody
I
else.
will with somebody got better internet. I'll do it with somebody got better internet. He got the jack though. That's all I care.
What internet you got? Spectrum. You got Spectrum over there?
Nah, that nigga got Cricket.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go ahead and close out the show. It's been lovely. Yeah. I'm not talking to Carolina Dirt no more. Shout out, PG. I love what you do. I love your energy. I really appreciate you.
Hey,
We gonna do the song of the week.
He turned the wheel for an internet connection. Every time you start turning the wheel, the bitch start buffering. You gotta keep that wheel running. All right, song of the week. My bad. Song of the week.
We do a little segment called Song of the Week, and it's just something that's in your playlist that may not be in somebody else's playlist to help them get through the rest of the week. Is there a song that you can think of that you would want somebody to, have a listen to?
Genre doesn't matter.
You know what? This is crazy. I don't know the artist, but that it's a rap song. Everybody ain't your,
niggas.
Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner.
I know
you have to look it up. I'll look it up. That's like I always tell people to listen to that song because being in this industry, any industry that you do, you'll realize that once you start moving, you'll start realizing a lot of people aren't your friend anymore.
Well, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, her for Shanada said the same thing. She was like, that's like a man's industry.
Yeah.
And it's hard for a woman to be presented and looked at respectfully, not as a woman, just respectfully as far as her intelligence on the cigar world. That's what I got out of what she was saying. And I respect her so much for what she did in coming on the show.
I'm trying to see who this person is. I think it says Mo3.
Mo3.
Shit, Mo3 back from death? Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, I tell people, I say, if you really just sit down, have a drink, smoke, and listen to his words, he's dropping knowledge and wisdom to you. And when you actually listen to it, you start looking at things differently, start looking at people differently. And then you'll start, your circle start growing bigger because you know who you need to move out and who you need to move in.
That's the hardest part of life is your circle.
Yeah.
That it's worse than your kids because your kids are kids, but when you start changing your circle, that shit rough, man.
It's rough. You got a lot of lonely nights.
That's gonna be a topic. We're gonna do a show on that. We're gonna do a show on that. That shit rough.
What's your song this week, Carolina?
Oh shit.
Come on now, you know you got one. Come on.
Yeah, man. All we do is listen to music. I got a lot of them. I got a lot of them. Hold on, give me a second. You got one? Go ahead and say it.
I'm gonna do a throwback, man. Talib Kweli. The album Reflection Eternal. He's got a song called Good Morning.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the goodbye joint.
No, Good Morning. Goodbye. So Talib Kweli, for people that are not familiar, that's TALIB KWELI, and it's Good Morning, but it's not the morning that we wake up to. It's morning, MOURNING.
Yeah.
Take a listen.
My song's by Moby with Patti LaBelle. It's called One of These Mornings. It's like when you listen to it, I promise you, life's low. You got to smoke, you got to drink, whatever.
Yeah.
And you listen to that shit. I promise you're gonna have that bitch on repeat. But just basically one of these mornings, like I'm not gonna be here no more.
That's right. That's right.
That song's so deep, man. One time, man, me and old lady went to the beach one time and she was asleep. I think I had that bitch on repeat for about 2 hours. Wow. It was just just one. I don't know. I was deep in the bottle. I was getting to the bottom of the bottle, and it's just like you just think. I'm looking at these oceans crash and Myrtle Beach. Like I told her one time, I said, on the other side of that water, She was like, what? I said, England.
Mm.
And you think about that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm just listening. So one of these mornings, I ain't gonna be here.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that song
scary.
beat is it's scary, yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
But it's Moby, a white guy named Moby, and Patti LaBelle. That
Okay.
shit goes so hard.
I'm gonna listen to that when I get off of here. I'm gonna put that on my car before I go to the lounge and smoke.
Oh,
Absolutely.
you might want to park by the time you get there because you gonna be like, shit, you done fucked up my vibe.
You ain't gonna have me crying now. I'm gonna be crying.
Man, you just gonna be in thought because Patti LaBelle's singing is still superb.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like her.
Nobody.
Change your clothes, but ain't nobody like her.
Nobody.
Well,
She start
So,
flapping her wings.
hey, kick off them shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I remember when she kicked off the shoe and Prince went and got her shoe?
Yeah.
No.
You don't remember that? Look it
Yeah.
up on YouTube. Prince went and got one of them pimp pumps.
It's Patti LaBelle, man. Like that lady ain't made a new song since the 80s because she has made herself super wealthy off of the shit she did with her sisters and 2 albums, basically.
Yeah.
And Patty Pies.
Oh yeah, well then the Patty Pie, got her a bunch too. She cut into that Walmart money.
Oh man, she in it good.
78,
For sure.
78, 77. Patty, what, 70 something?
It gotta be about 72, 73.
Fine at 72, 73. But all right, we're doing last call. So last call is you shout out whatever you want, Chitown, except for no games.
Oh really? Really? That's what we doing?
No, matter
You
of fact,
see, he don't have no allegiances now. You be trying to be friendly with him.
You shout out all of them, so if they ever see us, we good.
Oh man, let's see. I want to just give a shout out to everybody that's believed in me. So I want to start off with God, I got so many. Reggie with Puff Sip and Chat. He believed in me from day one, and I wouldn't be where I am right now without him constantly grinding on me. I want to give a shout out to my brother Ali that has been my security blanket every single day and helps me become a better person. Of course, give shout out to my mother, my children that keeps me strong every day. But most importantly, I give a shout out to Cigar Mike. That's my guy. He believes in me when I don't believe in myself. And when I want to give up, he pushes me every single day. And man, give a shout out to my GTG family all over international. I love you guys. Give a shout out to Cigar Porn. Oh God, I have so many people. Shout out to Mega Legends. Those are my boy Steve. It's so many people I can't even think of it right now. Just know that I love you all. I'm sorry if I didn't. Shout out to my bestie, Rashida. She gonna kill me if I didn't say her name. Oh my God. She knows all my secrets. And shout out to my girl Stacy.
She don't have it in that lack.
Man, shout out to my girl Stacy. Smoke the Collection. She makes the cigar bracelets. She been my homie from day one when I met her a year ago, and we both vend and we both grind hard together. And I don't know where I would be in this vending life without that chick. So blessings and love. That's all I got. That's all I got. One more. My daughter's gonna kill me. Shout outs to Lickable Gambino, Bella Simone Hair. She is the one to keep my hair. It's bad now, but she keeps me always on fleek all the time. My hair is always the bomb. So check her out on Instagram, Bella Simone Hair. That's all I got.
Well, if you forgot anybody, you can come back and you can get them too next time.
We'll do.
The way you go. The way you doing. All right, you want me to go next?
Don't do it. Shout out to my Chitown, baby. West Side, baby.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I felt like I was supposed to do something with my hands.
Hey.
Shout out to Crucial Conflict, baby. Yeah.
I was gonna say something about that smoking on hay, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to make no assumptions. You were smoking on. Hey, in the middle of the
barn.
You know them
That
for
was a
real?
bop, cuz. That was just shit.
Man,
You know
that's
them
still
for
a
real?
song.
You know them for real?
Mm. Oh yeah, I see them every other weekend at any nightclub in Chicago. That's what I'm saying. Like these are people you see all the time. Like you're not shocked anymore. You just like, what up, baby? They be like, what up, player? You know, you we're gonna do that, you know, right now. But
Oh, but you know all that. You know all that. All right, I know
have
who
a
we
good
dealing
time.
with. Yeah, I know who we dealing with. But real quick, while I do my last call, anybody who shouted out, tell them to hit my messenger up. Same thing on Facebook, and we get them on, and we get your whole like that's what we do. We like networking. We
Yes,
don't care.
yes,
We're gonna have this. If we turn this camera off, this vibe gonna be the same, if not turned up just a little bit more.
that's right.
Uh,
Well, I hope I
network.
was able to make it laugh for y'all.
Oh no.
Absolutely. No question.
Network is superpower. Once again, we got nominated for 3 podcast awards. One out of
Ooh,
Atlanta, one out of Nashville, one out of here in one out of Georgia, Columbia, Nashville. I think that's how I go. I'm probably wrong again.
okay.
Vote for us, vote for us, vote for us. We
Yes,
always
yes.
evolving. We're gonna have technical difficulties because we actually doing this shit from the ground up. We taking our fingers, putting them in the dirt, and we trying to form something. It ain't
Hey,
always gonna be what it is because we got lives to live. We can't afford top equipment, but we rather have top conversation.
that's right. That's right.
Content.
Yeah, we don't care about the bells and the whistles. Like we don't get that, but we truly care about the content. If you go back and look at our 70 some episodes, all of it had content within it. That's the most
Something in there for
important.
everybody.
Yeah.
Something for everyone. So that's what I take pride in. It's just the two of us doing this, whether it's the marketing, the communication, the pictures, it's just two of us. And we grinding, and we appreciate people like you
Oh, thank you.
that will give us a chance to understand that we have value.
Right.
Like we got something to bring to the table, and it's different.
Right.
It's different
Right.
than what everybody else is trying to do. Once again, network is superpower. Once again, if you got anybody, hit us up. Have them hit us up. But when we log off, stay on for 2 seconds after we log off.
All right. Oh, shout out to Shannon with the patio. I dressed fly because of her. I'm sorry. I forgot she my stylist. I forgot it. She'd kill me if I didn't say that.
Absolutely. Shout out Shannon. I
Yes.
mean, hey, look, I'm Jay Walker, man. Look, this is my thing is always the people, man. Love the ones who love you back.
Amen.
Make the phone call that you've been meaning to make. That person that keep running across your mind that you ain't heard from in a long time. Reach
Mm-hmm.
out to them, man. You never know. You might save their life, or they might save yours. You just never know what may happen, man.
Yeah.
Keep God first, man. Keep your head on the swivel. Be safe in these streets, and that's it, man. Like this shit, subscribe, share, all
Yes.
that internet talk. You know what I'm talking about? And
Yes.
then join us, man. Just come and have a good time. Sit down, join the conversation while we get to the bottom of the bottle. That's it.
Amen.
Hey, it's been my pleasure. Y'all be easy, man. Have a good night. Until the next time, we out of here.
We out of here.